This idea came together really quickly because Zach was like, let's build a motorized couch. And the next thing you know, he rolled up to the house and, oh, this is
That's
perfect.
what I'm saying, dude.
We had a couch. So he went and picked this bad boy up and we got it stored inside the shed so that we can continue working on it. The first thing we wanted to do was take a lot of measurements. This way we knew what space we had to work with. And as we ordered parts, we would know kind of where we wanted to fit them in. Knowing what space we had to work with, the next step was kind of just figuring out where we wanted to put things and what we were going to do for the motor mount, throttle, and battery. Then we hopped into the CAD and we started just making basic shapes so that we could put them inside the volumes of the couch just to make sure that everything would fit and we could order the right size stuff for this build. Originally, we just ordered one of each of everything because we already had a battery that we wanted to use and we want to make sure that everything worked. We kind of pieced it together so we could do this really cheaply. So the motor, the speed controller, and the throttle are all from different companies, which did prove to be a pain, but we actually got it worked out in the end. So you can see after soldering everything together, this is the first time we got the motor to move. Granted, it wouldn't move a lot, but later we figured out that we just had it plugged in a little differently and we got it to spin. This was a really hype moment for us, so we went ahead and we ordered a second set. Honestly, this might have been the hardest part of the entire build was putting the tires on these scooter wheels. I don't know why they make scooter wheels so hard to put tires on, but manufacturers take notice because this took us forever. After finally getting them on though, we went to building the frame. Biggest reason we wanted to build a frame for this couch is to make sure that we were safe because this couch was made of particle board. I don't know if it was from IKEA or what, but we wanted a nice 2x4 frame to mount electronics and motors to make sure that they were sturdy. We also had these 3D printed mounts for some of the electronic components that we screwed into the particle board, and these made it so that we could position the throttles in the right way to actually use. So here we are just modifying the OEM throttles to make sure that they would fit. Here you can see us actually putting them in. We used some threaded inserts and some M screws that we got from Amazon. These are awesome for 3D printed projects. If you want to use screw functionality, they make it so easy. Of course, after finishing the frame, we wanted to make sure that it didn't stick out like a sore thumb underneath the couch. So we painted it black, and honestly, it just blends right into the leather couch, and you can barely tell that there's a frame under there. Just as a little quick proof to you guys that we're not professionals, this is how we were cutting our threaded rod. Please, nobody else do this, but yeah. After getting everything cut and figured out, we started fitting in the electronics and seeing where they fit best. We also had to drill a couple of holes to make sure the wires could fit where we needed them to go because we have two speed controllers going to one battery. So it was a little awkward getting everything to fit right. After we got everything in, we just wired everything up to make sure it still worked. We did this a lot because we were worried that something would come undone or something would break. Also, the options were either wait a long time for an actual weld or something else. So after watching Michael Reeves' garage tour, JB steel stick, and seems solid enough. We'll find out. And we did find out. You're about to see what happens when you put a motor mount onto a JB welded plate in peel, which is probably the worst mode failure for this kind of thing. Anyways, just watch what happens.
And this one's good. Maybe we just let it rest overnight. Nope.
That was like fucking 30 pounds of force.
Yeah. So we got to find a better way to do that.
Yep. Well, this all just failed, so. Luckily, we did find a better way to do that. After we had been pissed off and thinking for a while, I was like, why don't we just use some angle iron and use that as like a motor mount? And so Zach went and got us some really nice angle iron. We drilled some holes in it, made it to size, and it's perfect for this kind of application. You can see how much more robust this is. And this is the first time we felt hopeful about this project. All right, we're gonna hit these and then it should roll forward a little bit.
Oop, that one figured it out. Let's go. Let's go.
Dude.
Yes. Okay. Couch works.
It works. It works.
Want to grab the cushions and sit in it?
Yeah.
All right.
We're grabbing cushions. We'll be right back. Let's give us some kicks forward.
Yep.
A little bit. All right. Just try it. Try it.
Oh my
Let's
gosh.
go. Okay, I'm stopping.
Oh.
You go. Did it just snap?
We had the proof of concept going, but at this point there were a couple of issues. We didn't tighten down the bolts on the motor enough, so it was actually just spinning inside the motor mount itself. Also, we didn't have the Hall effect sensor set up correctly, so we weren't getting a lot of instantaneous torque and needed to push it along to go. Regardless, we got it all figured out, and this is our first time actually riding this thing together and feeling what it feels like. It's a super weird experience because we have each throttle hooked up to one of our arms, so you have to work together in order to make it work.
Ooh. All right, then we'll do a figure eight so you can turn us.
Yeah. I'm full if you want to stop.
That last clip was in mode 1. We wanted to see what this thing could really do, so we put it into a higher mode and we got going down the street. Granted, this isn't the fastest we ever go on this thing. We've gotten it up to, we think, near 20, but it's really hard to control, as you can imagine. Working together, the more practice, the better, but you really need a solid partner for this thing. Afterwards, we thought what would be the most fun place to take this, so we brought it back to our old college, Utah State University. Zach's actually still studying here. We wanted to ride it around and just get some reactions. Look at this guy. So yeah, we rode it around. We got lots of attention. But really one of our bigger goals was also to just have random people try this because it's such a weird experience working with your friend to try and ride this thing around. And obviously we got good at it after a long time, but we wanted to kind of just get like a new fresh take on it and just get some more reactions and ride around. But we got lucky when we ran into these girls right here. They actually reached out to us and said,
Do you want to try it?
Jump on.
Dude, can we video you?
Yeah, we.
these ladies were super nice and just wanted to try it out. So we let them hop on and give it a shot. For some reason, my gimbal just completely dies out here. So forgive me for it being sideways, but this was kind of a reminder that this is actually a hard thing to do because even though we let them hop on, this is kind of how it ended. And I won't show how it got there. So yeah, they ended up crashing and they were super nice and I feel so bad still because it's a hard thing to do, but they were very sweet and I hope that she's all right. Another reminder of how hard this is these are some of the smarter people that I know on the planet, and if you just don't really know how to do it yet and or you're not in sync with your partner, it's just a hard thing to do. You'll end up going in loops or hitting your ankles or flipping it over. It's just hard to do. All that being said, once you get it figured out, it's so much fun. So we let them ride it back and Jax had to get back to his car. Either way, what do you guys think about this project? And do you think we should give it away in a future video and let somebody else have fun with it?